The DC universe is about to lose its greatest ally, and we lose this person in a very spectacular fashion. Welcome back to my channel. Please like and subscribe and share. We're almost at 1,000 subscribers. God bless you. So back to the video. We continue our story with Superman having sent out Mr. Miracle and Big Barda to Apocalypse to go get Cyborg. But they didn't know Cyborg is already on Earth, and they still went to Apocalypse only to get there and find that Apocalypse is actually gone, turned into dust by Darkseid himself. None survived. Seeing this, Mr. Miracle was a little bit distraught because this was his home. He was originally born the son of Highfather, then traded to Darkseid for his son to foster peace, but the peace never worked out, so he was just constantly tortured on Apocalypse. And now seeing Apocalypse in ruin, he was happy. He was at peace. Grabbing a hold of his superpowered wife, they both walk back to Earth, completely unaware that Earth is completely screwed at this point. Back on Earth, we see Superman and Wonder Woman take the full blast of Captain Atom's explosion and half of the USA. 3 cities gone up in smoke: Washington, Baltimore, and Metropolis. Superman flew back with the speed of sound, but he really didn't have to worry because they had a Green Lantern with them, and she protected his family. She protected our family. This moment right here was the turning point. This moment was the second Superman felt despair because he couldn't save this many people. And suddenly, he heard his name being called. None other than Lex Luthor himself was calling Superman out at this dark moment. And Superman responded in kind. Because he was on timing, he would have turned Luthor to dust. But Lex just fell to his knees. Look at what they did to our city. Because as much as we don't like to believe it, Lex Luthor only does what he does for the betterment of the human race. And at this moment, humanity decided to fight back. Flash went to cut off the internet. Wonder Woman took out the satellites. Superman and his son took out the fibers, preventing this techno-organic virus from spreading more. But that wasn't all they did. Nah, the DC Universe heroes were basically gods. So Diana went to Themyscira and asked her mother, told her mother that humanity has, or rather needs, their island to survive. Her mother was reluctant because no man was supposed to set foot here. But Diana was not taking no. There is no time. We have to protect man. And she did. Her and Superman went to the bottom of Themyscira and brought up more land, expanding the coast so more people could live here. They altered the very foundation of a whole-ass island. Jesus Christ, that is power. No magic, no rewriting reality. They just did it. Back in Gotham, though, we see Poison Ivy is completely taking over with her plants. And Batman, Green Arrow, and Green Canary came to visit. And don't be confused, I know I said Batman, because this is Damian Wayne, who now holds the mantle of Batman. But just before they could enter this safe haven, they're attacked by Killer Croc, who is zombified. But before they could even defend themselves, the zombie roots, or rather the roots of the forest, impaled the Killer Croc, killing him on the spot and imprisoning the rest. Green Canary was about to destroy the roots, but Damian told her to stop because he knew if you hurt the flowers, we're in trouble. And because of this, Green Canary stopped in her tracks. This is where we see the Queen of the Green and her partner. Poison Ivy looked at Damian and said, "Why are you wearing Batman's suit?" Only for Damian to clarify that Batman is dead. Poison Ivy and Harley Quinn apologized because they knew Batman. They weren't friends, but they knew he was a good guy. Damian then made it clear the reason they came to visit was to ask Ivy to protect people in her sanctuary, and Harley had apparently been begging Ivy to do this exact same thing for so long. But Ivy doesn't care about people, she only cares about the green. But she loved Harley, so she said they could come in, but they have to follow her rules. Hurt the green and you die. Which Green Arrow notified, saying, "That's a bit harsh, but okay." Back at the Fortress of Solitude, we see the heroes had assembled to formulate a plan. Lex Luthor and the smartest minds were making an arc to get humanity off this planet. But Superman wasn't with it. We have to fight for Earth. But Lex Luthor made it clear, I am the smartest man on this planet. Then looking at Cyborg and confirming that Batman is dead, when he confirmed it, he made it again. I am the smartest man on this planet, and for humanity to survive, we need to leave Earth. We can see Superman physically getting enraged, but his mother was there to calm him down. And Lex Luthor saw the advantage to make a joke that Superman had lost 2 worlds in this lifetime. He should be ashamed. And when Lois Lane heard that, she broke his freaking nose. I love a strong woman, I promise. Doubling down and telling Lex Luthor, fuck you. If you say that shit again, I will break your neck. Her son looked at her and she told him violence is never the answer, but her son knew that his mother was badass. With this, humanity started to fight back. Poison Ivy started accepting people. The rest of the world were taken to Themyscira. The arcs were being built. People started to mourn the losses of their friends. But suddenly, there was a sharp hiss in their minds. The hiss turned to a buzz, then to a scream. Something was coming. The heroes in their infinite wisdom forgot one of the most powerful members of the Justice League, and he killed Lex Luthor on the spot with heat vision. The Flash tried to look around with super speed to see what was attacking, but this person was out of phase. And he was out of phase because he was a Martian. Martian Manhunter was infected, killing people's minds, then eating them alive. He was a cancer that needed to be expunged, and they did it with all of their might. Because he was still weak to fire, they burnt him alive. But the Flash was already infected. The Flash was already running. Realizing this, Wally thought he could catch up, but Superman stopped him. Let me do it. Because my skin is impenetrable. And Clark realized that there was no way he could catch Barry right now. In a split second, half of the globe was already infected. The Flash was infecting everyone. Superman went into orbit and called Cyborg one last time. Flash is dead, right? Promise me he's dead. And Cyborg said yes. Right now, he's a dead zombie running. And Superman dived in with all his force and crushed the Flash like a bullet to a face. But both of them were moving at super speed, so a bunch of the Flash got inside Superman. Realizing what this meant, he summoned as much willpower and as much strength and entered the Speed Force for a second, running to Wally and letting him know that Barry is dead. But he wanted Wally to connect his family to the Speed Force so they can have one more conversation outside of time. And Wally did as requested. Superman's family said their final goodbye. Superman shared a moment with his mother, the woman who saved him from that ship and raised him to be the man that he is. He had a moment with his wife, thanking her for accepting him as the alien that he is, and she thanked him for choosing her. And he had a moment with his son, the next Superman, his legacy, letting him know that he had traveled all over the globe and all over the galaxy, but there was nothing more precious than his own child, promising him that he would be an amazing Superman. And after doing this, he took off into orbit, trying to get as far away from Earth as he could possibly do. But it was too late. He was out of the Speed Force and the zombie virus took his mind. The greatest weapon for hope was lost, and the greatest enemy was born. Please like and subscribe to my YouTube channel. More videos to come. Peace and love.